This is a Shields of Shame exclusive.
Jonathan? I'm Adam Jones with the GBI. You got somebody in the vehicle with you? Or is that a dog?
My dog.
I need to talk to you real quick. Would you care to hop in my truck with me?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll kind of explain what's going on here. All right, man. So I'm sorry to disturb
Oh, you're fine.
what you got going on, but do you have an idea why I'm here?
Well, while I'm on administrative leave?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First thing, we're at 925. Make sure I got your info. What's your full name?
Jonathan, Jonathon.
Mm-hmm.
Lovins, L-O-V, or Wayne is my middle name. Lovins, L-O-V-I-N-S.
All right. So I'm here to talk to you about what you're on administrative leave for.
I imagine, yes, sir.
What are you on leave for?
I had a cash bond that I had brought home on accident, and then I had forgot about it. And Stephen Cochran called about it, and then when I pulled it up, I realized what had happened. And I went and told Lieutenant Vic immediately what had happened. I told him I had took the cash bond home by mistake. And it was like 5:30. I said, I can go get it now, or I can wait, at 6 I can go back and get it and bring it back. Mm-hmm. And he said, okay. So I come home, and all the supervisors were gone. So I told him, I said, I'll meet you up there in the morning and bring it back. And so I got there about 8 o'clock before then, and waited on him to get there. And I had another supervisor come and I turned it into him. And
have you ever taken any other bond money home before?
I did on accident one time, but I called my supervisor.
When was that?
I don't remember. It's been a while back.
Okay. So listen, you're an adult, I'm an adult, and I'm not here to jam you up.
Yes, sir.
So you kind of know what's up with me being
yes, sir.
here. I know this is kind of a scary situation.
Yeah, it's very scary. I've never been in trouble in my life.
So listen, I know sometimes stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
I know you ain't real good with money.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
And so what I think happens is you got in a bind with some money, and maybe use some bond money a time or two and put it back, and then it just got a little bit easier. Like I know you read F-150, its registration suspended on it. So,
yes, sir.
How much money do you think you have taken from the sheriff's office?
I had that I returned. I took that bond home one time. Mm-hmm. I have access to plenty of money. We just bought a house on McCreary Road with cash.
Well, let me. So you know how the process is for getting the bond stuff
yes, sir.
At the jail. So the thing is all the signatures and stuff. Your name is assigned to a few of them we've got some issues with. Inmate money missing, bond money not accounted for.
I've never taken inmate money at 100%.
But bond money.
Yes, sir. I've accidentally took some home. I've never took any home with
more than once.
Twice.
You done it twice?
Yes, sir.
How long ago was the other time?
The other time was a while back. I can't even remember. I actually called Sergeant. No, I'll take that back. I've done it 3 times on 3 times on occasion, because I am very forgetful. The last time has been several years ago. I talked to Sergeant Wright. I called her, and she said just bring it back in the morning. I wouldn't be able to tell you when that was.
Sorry, my phone was poking me.
I wouldn't be able to tell you when that was, and then I did it in January.
January of what was this year?
Yes, sir.
Has that one been brought back?
Yes, sir, it has.
Oh, that's this one.
No, there was another one. It was brought back the same day.
So let me ask you this, and this is
Lieutenant Vic can verify that.
And we have, and I've went back and I've actually audited their bond stuff, and that's why I'm here, because there's a few of them that we have issues with.
Now I know there was 2 more missing from last year, one from like Fairmount, and then there was another bond.
Let me ask you about the one where you paid $100 out of your own pocket.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know if we miscounted or, there was, at the same time, there was a $100 bill that a deputy had admitted to taking out a booking that was on the floor about the same time.
Well, let me ask you this. Why did you tell your wife that you had suspended for smacking an inmate?
Because I just didn't want her to know. Because it's just, I didn't want her to freak out.
Listen, are you bad with money? Is it safe to say that?
Yes, sir, I am bad with money. But I'm not. I didn't steal any money.
Okay, and I don't think you did steal money. I think you borrowed money and said, listen, I've been doing this this is my 16th year I've been doing this. I don't think you're a bad guy whatsoever. But I think that what happens is when people get in binds, you borrow money and then you put it back. Because we're showing that there's a little bit missing. And your name and badge number, because you're 313,
Yes, sir.
is associated with it.
So how many of y'all think is missing?
Well, I think we were up to, now listen, this is going to be, there's issues with other stuff, but there's a 6 total issues. Not all of that is bond money. The majority of it is bond cases and stuff like that. So I have done these type cases before where it's easier you'll have this stuff back. And here's the thing is, you told them that you washed it, it got washed. Then you bring it in, and it's not wet. Listen.
I was trying to come up with something because I had forgot about it. I was trying to.
But you've been doing this long enough. If
Yes,
you
sir.
did your shot straight, but 58 days.
It's a long time.
And you see from my aspect, has there ever been a point in time that you borrowed the money to help pay a bill, like for your tag or something, and you're like, I'll put that right back, and then you put it right back? Because that's explainable. It's not like you're going out here buying methamphetamine and
Yes, sir.
stuff.
I have. I'll be honest with you. I have.
What bill did you pay?
I paid a truck payment.
Your truck, the red F-150.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now listen.
I'm about to go to jail.
You ain't going to jail today.
But I'm going to.
Listen, I'll have to talk to the district attorney because of your situation, being an officer, okay?
I mean, I'm in financial hardship.
I know you are.
But it was.
Listen, I don't think you're a bad guy. But listen, let's go ahead. So we got you. You borrowed it once to pay. How much did you take to pay on your truck payment?
It was right. It was. I borrowed $500, and I held the $500, and I put the $500 back with it when I got paid.
Do you remember when that was?
January.
This one from January?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about any other times? And listen, 1 time, 2 times, 7 times, it's best just to go ahead and just tell me how many times, because I'm having to do an audit, and I don't want to have to polygraph everybody at the sheriff's office that has access to that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you
those
being...
3 that I turned in late, or the 3 that I took money from.
3 that you turned in late. Do you remember the amount? So we got one for $500.
No, sir, it was $1,000, but I just took $500, and I put $500 back with it.
$1,000. You took $500 of it.
Yes, sir.
Now, how would you do it? Just slip it in your pocket, bring it home?
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you ever throw any of the paperwork away? Like the tickets or the...
All the 3 that I took, I turned back in.
Okay. Because one of them is missing some citations, like traffic citations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think... Don't bear... So when I used to write tickets, it was the old carbon copy. So I know tickets are now like digital and all that crap. And I'm wanting to say one of them was State Patrol. So the way that they have their own auditing system for citations that shows print, receipt,
Yes, sir.
and all that. And I'm wanting to say that one of them was a State Patrol citation that was possibly gone. Do you remember doing that?
No, sir.
Okay.
The 3 that I did take 3.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that I took, I turned back in with the money.
So let me ask you this. So that's the first one, and that was in January this year, right?
That's the one that's
The first.
in question. Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's that one. What was the second one?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to be as truthful as possible here. There was one in December.
Of last year?
Yes, sir.
All right. And how much was it for?
It was about $1,000 as well. I don't remember the exact amount.
Okay. And the third one?
It was sometime last year.
And so 2019?
Yes, sir.
And how much was it?
Honestly, I don't remember. But as far as putting the $100 back in, I honestly don't know what happened about that. I know about the same time a deputy that's no longer there
In Dalton PD?
had admitted to...
Let's just write that one. I'm taking 100 off the floor.
Yeah, and
Let's just throw that one out.
And I put 100, because I just didn't want to...
But listen.
But that was, I do remember, that was before...
That was when you were at YC, wasn't it?
Yes, that $100 was before any of these other 3 happened.
What about $300 from like the inmate commissary?
I figured that was about to come up. Me and Brandon were counting money one day, and like he was showing me the money thing, and honestly, I don't know what happened at $300. I mean, I'm being honest about everything else. I've already jammed myself up. So
No, you're straight. So all right, so let's focus on this. So you just slip the envelope. Okay, so you correct me if I'm wrong, because we used to do envelopes. I was a sheriff's deputy. Okay, so envelope, and it'll have an inmate name, ID stuff on the outside of the envelope. It goes in a safe.
Yes, sir.
So you would just slip it in your pocket, jacket, something like that.
Yes, sir.
Come home. What would you do with it from there?
I'd hold it.
You would hold it. So you would hold it, pay a bill, put the money back. How would you get it back?
I would just drop it back in the safe.
Would there not be an issue with the ledger? Like, would you not write the information in the ledger, or would
late entry, or Vic would write it in? Or
okay, so you would. So let's say, and this is completely hypothetical. All right, so we're just making this up to help me understand. So let's say you get one in April, and you hold it. Is there how long would you hold it, or would you just go ahead and borrow the money and pay whatever you needed to pay to put it back? And then how was the process? Explain to me.
Okay. This is hard. It's terrible. I'd bring it home, and I'd pay the bill, and I'd try to. I'd stretch it as far as I could, and I'd kind of wait until it was right before I get paid, because I had the intention. It was really. I know it was stealing, but it was really borrowing it, and I would borrow it, and then I would try to get as close to payday as I could, because it scares me, and I just drop it back in the safe.
Okay. And so, when you would write the stuff, the ledger book, because y'all have a ledger book. I saw it. I'm familiar with ledger books.
Yes,
that's what we use. So on the date, like if it came in April, would you go ahead and write it on that ledger book?
No, sir.
Because the ledger book is in the sergeant's office where the safe is.
Yes, sir.
So how would you document, or you wouldn't, because you would have the actual everything that would need to go with it. Okay. All right. And there's not any more other than the 3 times, because now's the time.
I believe I'm thinking the third one was. I'm thinking it's somewhere. I don't remember when it was. I can remember the occasion, but Deputy Flippin was over there.
On the third one?
Yes, sir.
And so all 3 of them for $1,000.
Roughly.
Would have been the amount of the bond.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, and there's not been any other times?
No, sir.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know about the $300 in Brandon's thing. I really don't.
That's fine.
The $100, I didn't take $100 out of it. I don't know what happened there, but I just put $100. When I put the $100 with it, I had not done anything, like this up, before then.
And it's all for bills. Nothing. You weren't buying any guns, no toys, no drugs, nothing like that.
There is absolutely no way.
I didn't figure. I got to ask.
I've sold all. I've literally sold all my guns. I've got one gun at Kevin Ricketts' house. That's it.
So let me ask you: are there any bonds or anything here right now?
No, sir.
None.
No, sir.
None at your old house. None in your truck.
No, sir.
Okay. I appreciate you being honest with me. Like I said, I've seen good guys in binds before. That's why we're having this.
I should have reached out for help, man. I'm too prideful, man.
We all are, and I understand that.
My parents do well. Her family does well, and my brother does well, and I just...
Can I give you a piece of friendly advice? Because as far as this goes, you're going to have to move forward. But don't lie to your wife, man. All right?
Yeah, she's all I got. And...
Listen, you got a chance right now with a clean slate to try and fix that, all right?
So what do you think's going to go for here?
So listen, you've been honest with me. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not snatching you up right now. But there's a good chance that you're probably going to have to go to jail. Yes, sir. Now let me tell you, I'm not going to come up here and I'm not going to snatch you up in front of your kid. I'm not going to do a traffic stop on you, none of this business. I'm going to talk to the district attorney. The sheriff's office is probably going to talk to you about your employment status. All right, I'm not hiding anything from you. But on the chance that I do get a warrant for you, I'm going to call you. And we'll have arrangements made to do what you need to do. Listen, you know the differences for the felon stuff, though. We're talking about theft. We're talking about drugs, child molestation. You're going to get through this, okay? This is easy fix.
And I knew from the beginning. I was like, you're better than this. You're better than this. You're gonna get yourself in damn trouble. Mm-hmm. I work all the time. As my buddies at work, I work all the time just trying to get it together.
You know, and I had to do this with one of my friends at the sheriff's office I came from.
I hate that I put you in this situation.
And I appreciate that. I know you do. You know how many people I've interviewed in my career? And I could, as soon as I saw you and sized you up out there, I was like, good person, just made a bad mistake.
I am a good guy. I really am.
Listen, you'll get through this. Like I said, this is an unfortunate surprise. I hated to disrupt your family.
You got a job.
You know, we were very respectful, peaceful. You know, didn't want to scare anybody in there. Everybody's pretty calm. And this is not. You need to talk to your wife. You all right?
Yes, sir.
Don't lie. Okay? Because I had to talk to her because you said that she'd washed a bond. So she's technically a witness to that, okay? So she knows. All right? So I just wanted you to know that. Don't lie to her.
Yes, sir.
Fix it.
Yes, sir.
Fix it with her. Okay? And I hope you all the best. I really do. So the 3 times you can think of, no other times. Are there any other times? Because you said 4, or possibly 4 are there. But 3 times. Now, was 4 just when you brought bond home and you didn't keep it or use it and you just brought it back?
Yes, sir. One time was actually a mistake. I accidentally did it, and I took it right back.
How did you get the idea to do it? And did you ever do it when you were an OIC, or was it all when you were a sergeant?
Sergeant, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
So what kind of time frame are we looking at?
So, I'm probably going to talk to the district attorney Monday. Okay?
Yes, sir. I'll go to prison over this.
You know as well as I do, you don't have any criminal history. Right? I can't promise you.
I don't have a speeding ticket, man.
Listen, I can't. Listen, if you don't get your registration fixed, you're going to have a ticket. Get that fixed. All right? Because I had to tell your wife when I was looking for your truck. I said, don't drive that truck unless it says a tag.
I'll get it fixed today.
Tag office.
I've got insurance and everything.
I know you do. It shows valid insurance, but registration is suspended. So listen, not trying to jam you up. But anyway, back to the other. There's first offender. There's all these other things. Right? This is for theft. This is not for drugs. You didn't an inmate. You'll get through this. You just got to sort this stuff out. All right? It's hard. I know it's hard. But I always tell the truth, man. It's hard.
I know. I'm man, my buddies going to turn their backs on me, everything. My wife.
No, man. That's a negative attitude.
I know. I understand.
You got to stay positive. You listen.
Because I guess they know y'all here. They're calling me.
Who's that?
Jen Wright's called me. Ricketts called me. Sergeant Ricketts called me since we've been in here.
How would they know you're here?
I don't know. They both.
Do they normally message you?
Yeah, I talk to them all the time.
So and that might just be what it is. So let me ask you this. Anybody else there that you know of taking money?
I mean, not that I know offhand. I know there's one that's got a real bad gambling problem, but I don't.
Who's that?
Delp, but I don't know of anything offhand.
Delp?
Yeah, but I don't know of anything offhand.
Well, but you understand where that comes in as a problem. Maybe we can talk to him prior and.
Well, it's her. It's a female.
It's a female. Delp?
Mm-hmm.
What's her first name?
Kimberly
Delp.
Mm-hmm.
Bad gambling problem.
Well, that's what they say. I know she goes to the casino and stuff a lot.
Okay. But you don't know. Would she have access to?
Yes, sir. She's a sergeant.
Okay. All right. And nobody else, right?
No, sir. Nobody. Nobody else is involved.
So listen, I'm going to.
But I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But as far as inmate money, like intake money, I've never
It's all bond money.
I haven't, yes, sir. I've never taken any inmate money ever. I mean, I've come, I've gone this far. There's no reason to.
I know. Well, and I appreciate that. That some stuff can be clerical. I'm just glad that I'm not having to polygraph everybody there, because we've had to do that before.
I knew it was coming. Once I got put on administrative leave, I knew it was coming.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, I've been calling for an update to talk to them, because I figured they want to talk, and I was going to tell them what was going on.
And they're concerned too. Like, they're upset, but they're concerned, right? They were completely blindsided. Like, they were like, well, he was one of our. Why did you back out of mandate, by the way? Is it because of access to the bond money?
No, sir. Honestly, I've always wanted to be a cop, man.
I'm sorry, my daughter's.
That's fine, I understand. I've always wanted to be a police officer, man, and I love helping people. I've literally. Well, go ahead and answer your question before I get into that. Me and Bennett had a conversation. We got the new Major Harris, and me and the Detective Bennett were talking one day, and I said, I wonder if there'll be any changes, that'll come from over there on patrol side up top. Well, apparently he went over there and told them that I was saying they were going to do a bunch of changes over there with the command staff. Mm-hmm. And then, so I got a pretty nasty phone call from, or, kind of not really a nasty phone call, but I got a phone call that was, I was accused of doing something I didn't do, Mm-hmm. And as far as starting a rumor, and it just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, and I took myself out of mandate. That's what that was. Okay.
Because, I started off as a jailer.
Yes, sir.
And what is the ultimate goal? Get out of that jail, man. Get that mandate. So to me,
but that's 100%. That's what happened.
But you see how that's just.
And
to my curiosity, I was like, what?
Some of my buddies and stuff, you can ask them. I'm like, because I was like, man, it just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, they'll tell you that too.
I understand. So let me ask you, what, in your opinion, could be changed for the future to keep this from happening to anybody else? What would you recommend? Every
day when Brandon gets the dead files, commissary clerk, it's on there. Who got out? Every morning he comes in, he gets all the dead files, and everybody's released from that morning, the morning before till that point. Mm-hmm. I mean, he can. What he'd have to do is it's on there. If it's a cash bond or bonding company or a property bond, and he just needs to work with Vic on if there's a cash bond. You need to send Vic, say, hey, this person bonded out a cash bond, and he just cross-reference it with the cash bonds.
Okay. They changed the system where I'd worked at, where it was an electronic drop. So it electronically documented it and sent it out, and that seemed to have helped too. But I understand funding and money.
Well, that'd be the way the easiest way to fix it.
Okay. So you got anything else you want to get off your chest?
So,
are we good with everything as far as?
I should be seeing you Monday?
No, it may be Monday. It'll be one day next week. But I'm going to call you. Like I said, it's not going to be a surprise to you. Okay?
I do have one question to ask.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way we could talk to Judge Raspberry or Judge Bain and let him go ahead and set a bond so I don't have to sit in there being a supervisor?
So here's the thing. You're in a unique situation just as I am, because you're a law enforcement officer.
Yes, sir.
I have to go through Superior Court to get warrants if I do that. So it won't be Judge Bain or Judge Raspberry. It'll be one of the Superior Court judges I have to go to. I cannot tell, it's different than, magistrate court. If they want to put a bond on there, they can. Superior Court judge, it's the same thing. If, you can recommend in magistrate court. In Superior Court, you do whatever that Superior Court judge says.
Okay, so magistrate don't attest to y'all Superior Court warrants?
No. If Superior Court, we do Superior Court warrants because if you being an officer.
Yes, sir.
And so they can set bonds. They have in the past. But it's not something, I can't go to them and say, hey, can we get him a bond? Now, the sheriff's office can do bonds. The sheriff can do a bond as well. I mean, it's for theft is what we're looking at. And violating your oath, that's it. Because you took an oath as a jailer.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Same, I worked at the sheriff's office, so you're aware of that. But
I know. Would y'all like to see my truck? I know y'all are looking at stuff. Would y'all like to go over there and look?
Is there anything in your truck?
No, sir. But I'm trying to be transparent.
No, I appreciate it.
And the reason my truck's not here is because we were over there working on our new house, and we just drove my wife's car back over here last night when we got done working.
That's what she said. Yeah. So, speaking of the wife, we're gonna tell her the truth, right?
Yes, sir, we are. Yes, sir.
All right. So that.
So how many?
Okay. So that was actually my boss. All right. So the sheriff's office has reached out to my boss that's out there, and I think one of them was wanting to come here to talk to you. Okay. So we'll just sit tight till they get here.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Do you know who's coming?
I do. I have no idea. But we saw this coming, right?
Yes, sir.
This is just part of that moving forward process.
Yes, I'll be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I get a little bit of relief.
Because you knew it was a burden.
I ain't been sleeping.
No,
I haven't been sleeping. I got diagnosed last month with PTSD and depression. Man, it's just been rough.
Right. So I'm assuming, from what I've done this in the past, they're going to want any of your issued equipment, policy books, things like that, time cards, stuff. I'm assuming I could come here and say that and that not be what they're here for. I don't know. But do you have a lot of that stuff here?
There's some in my truck and there's some stuff here.
Okay. All right. But are you good with sitting here? Reason being, if you want to get out, you're more than welcome to. This is, you've been completely cooperative in speaking with me on your own. But I'm trying to give you a little privacy.
Yes, sir.
So you're more than welcome, like I said, at any time to get out. I appreciate you talking to me. But if you just want to hang out here, we're more than welcome to do that. Because everybody in here knows we're just talking anyway. So you do construction work?
Yes, sir.
What kind of construction? Everything?
Flooring, yes, sir. Showers, tile showers, stuff like that.
Man, my allergies killing me.
Mine too.
All of a sudden, everything turned yellow.
Just come to a point where it's just been, I just can't been able to get ahead here lately.
Happens. In this economy right now, it's not super helpful with everybody getting...
And when I came to the sheriff's office, I'd always done pretty well for myself. And I did a big job in Nashville, big commercial flooring job, and just got ripped for a ton of money. And that's when I ended up coming to the sheriff's office. And then I'd get a little bit ahead, and
I left a copy of the search warrant inside the residence, so it's there.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir. I can't believe I put my family through this. My daughter's in there.
I know. Hey, listen. She was scared and nervous a little bit at first, but she's in there eating Fruity Pebbles and stuff. So she was.
I just hate that I put my family through this.
Listen, there again, can I tell you, I messed up before with my wife. Humility gets you a long ways. Your hat in hand type thing.
I just hate what it's going. What I do, I represent my wife too.
Excuse me.
I represent my wife, and this is gonna be in the paper and everything. And I can deal with this myself. I did it. I can man up. I can do what needs to be done. But I just hate my family going through this now because of me.
Well, you'll get through it. You'll move forward. Now, is there gonna be a little rough time? Absolutely, but you knew that. You know that.
Oh, we've been on this night. We've had our issues. This will probably.
Y'all go to church anywhere?
I grew up in church, and I think that's half the reason.
Yeah.
I'm going to get on my knees tonight.
Well, listen, I'm going to step out just so I keep getting this phone call.
Yes, sir. Do you mind if I step back? Can I get a can of dip?
Yep. I'm going to have one of these guys walk with you, all right?
Yes, sir. Like I said, I do have my bag and stuff in my truck. My bag and stuff's in my truck.
We'll probably work that out with you as far as getting that
The only
stuff.
thing I got in the house is uniforms.
Get Kelsey out of the office.
So I guess Monday, you just give me a call.
It may be too easy when it'll be, look for a call. It'll be from a 200 number, like say Cleveland, Georgia, one day next week. All right? Now, you don't answer, I'll leave your voicemail. Like I said, low-key, we're not, you know.
Y'all been good to me. I've been truthful with y'all, so.
I still got a hot
What's up,
mic.
big man?
I still got a hot mic. He knows. He knows. So.
Y'all ain't been in there yet?
Oh yeah, we're done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
So I talked to him. We're done, and you can do whatever you need to do.
He found out he's done. Did he admit it?
Yes, sir. It's Friday, March 20th, 2020. Time is 10:06 a.m. Interview with Jonathan Lovins at his residence in Calhoun, Georgia concluded. Recorder stop.